What up, what up, what up? Now, this idiom has ruffled a lot of feathers when it comes to the thought of pursuing a relationship, a dating relationship. It's unfortunate that many people look at relationships wrong, more of a like, what can I get out of this versus a how can I add to this person's life, selfishly and selfishly looking at it instead of selflessly looking at it. This episode is one of about four that I've been working on to fix the issue of the whole table talk, right? One so that people value others more. Two, so that they also value themselves more. And three, the whole seeking relationship area itself can be mended because I know where we've been going and the places that a lot of relationships or even seeking relationships have gone has made like a big division when it comes to like men and women and stuff like that. To me, I had to learn that relationships aren't just purely attached to emotions, right? And the heart, but need a level of logic attached as well. So, with this being said, I'm using the analogy of the table to show you how to move when asking or when seeking a relationship with somebody. So I'll be talking on the basics before you sit. The basics, the basic necessities are skills that you need before you even think about getting into a relationship. These are skills you can work on having with your family, with your friends, coworkers, and alike to become ready for dating. There are eight, right? So your boy gonna just break them all down and give them to you. And of course, I got to bring God into the mix too. So number one, communication. Anyone will yell. Anyone will tell you the foundation of a good relationship is the ability to communicate. That's why it's so important that you get this skill before sitting at the table, right? Speaking isn't always easy, but it still needs to be done. It incorporates sharing feelings, good and bad, without hurting the other person, listening and understanding, you feel me, and a level of intimacy. So like I have to be kind of transparent in my conversation with you. Of course you don't do it all at once, but you have to have that ability to speak like that so that you can be in a decent and healthy relationship. Now, with this said, if you struggle at this with everyday people, not in a relationship at all, it's time to work on it before dating that person. There are way too many scriptures on communication. I'll give you some. All right. One of them is 1 Corinthians 13:1, and I'm speaking from the Amplified version. If I speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love for others, groaning out of God's love for me, growing out of God's love for me, then I have become only a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal, just an annoying distraction. This verse is saying if I speak even on good good and positive things without a level of love, then I'm just making useless noise. So like if I don't have love in what I'm saying and in how I'm speaking, then anything that I say it's just making noise. It's purely just noise. In communicating with anyone, you have to speak with a level of love attached to it. That's with respect, patience, kindness, and lacking boasting. Like don't be boasting. How we speak is very important when being good at communicating. Now another verse, Proverbs 18:2. A fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but only in expressing his opinion. This means that if you don't if you don't seek understanding when listening to somebody, you're moving like a fool, especially if you only want to share your opinion and not taking any others for consideration. Like, you're not even considering what that person says. You just waiting to say what you think back. Another one, Proverbs 13, whoop, wrong. Proverbs 15:1. A soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. This verse is pretty much speaking on the way you say it. So, like, you got to speak, you, you have to speak in a way that's calm, you feel me, and not through anger. Even if you have feelings and stuff like that, like, you have to be able to speak without allowing your feelings and stuff like that to just go awry. So it has to be I'm speaking with you softly, even if you're angry at me. I'm speaking with you softly. I'm trying to get my point across. Because the thing is, a lot of people it, don't speak. There's no reason to speak if you don't want what you're saying to be received. So it's like you have to speak in a way that is calm, chill, so the person receives it. If you don't care about them receiving it, which to me is crazy, that doesn't make sense, then that's when you speak with anger or anything like that, because you're just going to make somebody else mad and nothing's going to get fixed. Now, Proverbs 18:13. If one gives an answer before he hears it, it is his folly and shame. Now, this verse is speaking on how, without hearing or listening, one can bring themselves folly and shame, showing how important it is to take time to listen, right? You have to sit down and take time to listen. Like, if I don't listen to what you're saying and then I just go and just straight up answer, it doesn't make any sense. The thing I could say wouldn't make sense because I didn't fully listen to you. This should show how important it is to communicate. Now, before sitting at the table, take time to see how you speak with those around you, your family, your brother, your friends, all these people. Do they think you're a decent communicator? Do you get your point across well with them? Like, if you are struggling in that sense, then don't be sitting down to start dating. Like, don't take all this. Don't take no time to start dating, because if you can't do it with the people around you right now, it's definitely going to be a struggle with the person that you're trying to pursue a serious relationship with. Now, number two, maturity. Not being mature isn't a lack of humor or lacking the ability to playfully enjoy yourself. That's not what maturity is. It's the competence to know when and where to do so. Adulthood is going to do this to you anyways, either at your job, a funeral, or even just social gatherings. They're going to make you mature because depending on how mature the people around you are, if you acted immature, they're either not gonna be around you, stuff like that. You just need to be able to do so in your relationships. This is so that the person you're pursuing knows they can come to you with delicate situations and you won't drop the ball or you won't start making fun of them. You'll handle it maturely. Ephesians 4:29 states, "Let no corrupting talk come out of your mouth, but only such as is good for and building up as fits the occasion, that may give grace to those who hear." Meaning, this to me, it also goes back to how you speak, but it's also saying, okay, don't have corruption in your tongue. Speak well, know how to move in social situations, speak like be able to do this and move wisely with how you need to in different occasions, right? You have to be able to fit the occasion and build up those who you need to build up. Now, number three, wholeness. This one is huge, and I don't think many know it's what should be sought after. So, like, a lot of people don't understand that, okay, you need a wholeness before you get into a relationship. It's a state of being at peace with yourself, your life, your past, and your future. Now, it doesn't mean you have to be 100% perfect, right? In every aspect of your life. and can and you can want more for yourself, right? It just means you're not lacking in any of these areas to the point of affecting somebody else. For example, you still can't get over your ex, or you still affected by someone like a parent, what they did in the past, to the point where you hate women, or you hate men, or you hate yourself, or you hate people. If you are affected like that, you have no means of you don't need to be getting into a relationship or sitting at this table. If you have an unaddressed issue that corrupts your actions, it's time to heal and become whole. That is the thing that I think it's like that's a thing that I think is very important, because we have so many relationships where there are people who need healing who didn't get it before, and now I'm bringing those issues to that relationship. I dated girls where, like, I can tell that somebody had hurt you in the past, and now you think I'm gonna do the same thing, and now you're treating me a certain way, right? Or even to an extent, I've tried to check myself, like make sure, like I'm not dating right now, but there's been times where I've had to check myself in, okay, Lord, am I healed from this? Lord, I don't want to bring this or give this to nobody else. I don't want to act a certain way because of something that happened in my past. So it's seeking wholeness before you ever come and sit down. Only person that can really truly help you with that is God. God is going to help you see. He's going to show you, okay, hey, that has, unless you have super self awareness, which very people very few people are aware of, and I think self awareness even comes from God. To yeah, honestly, but you need to allow Him to show you, okay, that's still an issue. Hey, this is still an issue. Hey, don't pursue that person because you're not ready for that. Because they do things like this last person did, but you're gonna see it as something bad, and it's not something bad. So it's like you're at the table sitting right. It's like you're at the table sitting right, and you have a backpack that's fine. Some baggage it isn't destroyable, right? But then the person across from you, right? They have like three backpacks and six things of luggage, right? Wholeness is coming to the table with as little luggage and baggage as possible. So wholeness comes, okay, if you have the like a small baggage of, okay, my father left, or my mother wasn't there for me, or blah blah blah, or I've had issues with family members, blah blah. If you got small baggage like that and it doesn't affect your actions, okay, sit down. But if you got 50 different bags, you feel me, and all this stuff going on, the thing is, when you sit at the table, you are now sitting to agree to come together as one at some point. So whatever baggage I got, you got to carry, and whatever baggage you got, I got to carry. So the thing is, pursuing wholeness takes that takes the baggage that you don't really need, or you don't need to bring into a relationship. It takes it off so that y'all can function and move as best as possible. Everybody, you need most situations, you got to pursue you're going to want to and should pursue the ideal situation. There's a lot of situations that's not ideal, right? And if you choose to move that way, or God has that way for you, all right, do that. But you want to be as close to ideal as possible, because ideal makes it easier and better for you to move with longevity, versus, okay, I got to deal with all this baggage I had to carry, blah blah, all this other stuff. And of course, your boy got a Bible verse on it. James 1 through 5. Count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. And let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. This means that with God, He can make and keep you whole enough to move steadfast throughout life. Steadfast meaning you have the strength to go on and go on well. Wholeness protects you and your partner from the past damage and making new damage. Because the thing is, when you have, this is a statement that I know everybody's heard. It's a cliche at this point, but if you don't know it, I'm still saying it. Hurt people hurt people. So if you have had hurt and damage there, right, even if you're not trying to give it to your partner, it still can affect them, hurt them, bother them. You feel me? Now, certain levels of baggage you're going to just have because we're on this earth and we're there, right? There's some levels that ain't nobody trying to touch. You feel me? There's some baggage people not really trying to touch, and that's for a chosen few. You feel me? But the thing is, it's best to come with as least as possible. You feel me? That's wholeness because it will make a better and ideal situation for you and your partner moving and try to sit at this table. You know. Now, number 4, goals and aspirations. This is important for men and women to have for different reasons, right? Goals are needed so they have things being pursued outside of just the relationship. Yes, your relationship needs to be a priority, but not the only one, right? Especially when dating. This makes the time spent with the other person more valuable, right? Because you decided to make time for them. You feel me? You decided to make time for this person, even though you had busyness, all this stuff going on and stuff like that, right? So you still make time for this person because of this. There should also be goals attached to the relationship itself. Hitting back on communication, these things need to be spoken on. Like women have an idea of a direction you want to go for the man you're allowing to pursue you. Because if he's real, one that truly wants you, he'll lead you towards those goals as you decide to follow him, or you decide to follow him. Being that you'll one day be joined, your goals and aspirations should align so that you work on them together, right? And this is me talking to the ladies. Let him know what your goals, aspirations. Hey, I like what we're doing. I like how we're moving, but I'm gonna need you to lock it down or be more serious. Da 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 da. Let's move in that direction. Like girls, ladies, you got to know where you trying to go so that the man can help you get there. You feel me? So it's really important to do so. Now, men have goals and aspirations and direction for yourself. You feel me? It's a must because it shows the woman that not just any woman can come with me. You feel me? It shows and keeps her value. So if I have goals and aspirations for myself, and I'm dating a girl that, if I'm trying to travel, right, I'm really not. But if I'm trying to travel and I dating a girl who don't want to travel, you can't come with me then. You can't lock down with me now. You feel me? She has. It shows that it shows that any woman cannot come with me, right? It has to be a girl who is aligned and trying to come with me and move in the same way I am. She has to be top notch and skilled to come along, right? This keeps her from feeling like she's your entire world and think that you don't have a life. Like you got to have a life outside your woman. You feel me? And plus, it shows her that she is more valued because the girl that you are seeking, can come with you. You feel me? Because there's criteria there. So you got to have goals and aspirations for yourself, and then at the same time, goals and aspirations for where you want to take this relationship. Hey, girl, I love you. I care about you. We pursuing stuff. Blah blah blah. You've told me that you want to make it more serious. I'm down for that. You're my girlfriend. Da da da. Let's pursue that. But I'm trying to do blah 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 blah. I'm letting you know because I care about you and I want you to come with me. Are you able to do that? You feel me? Are you down to do that? Because this is what God is guiding me to do. You feel me? Can you come with me and do that? You feel me? That's the conversation that needs to be had. And be honest and straight up, and don't ever, if your goals don't align with their goals, then y'all got to move in different directions. You feel me? Don't try and bend your goals to try and line up like, you feel me? That's why it's very important to have a dialogue and talk with God, because he will show you, hey, pop, 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 this man is going the same way you're going, sis, so y'all need to go the same way. You feel me? Y'all need to get together. Or, brother, you're going that way, she going that way. Don't don't try and pull her over to your side because there's it's just gonna build animosity and strife, and it's not gonna be good for y'all. So being and having a relationship with Christ will give you the desires of your heart, what I should be looking, what I should be caring about, what I should be seeking, how I should be moving, right? But me having those goals and aspirations will show me which way I got to go, and then who needs to come with me. You feel me? Now, of course, I got a Bible verse on it. Proverbs 21:5. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. Now, you got to have plans and aspirations. You feel me? And you have to move. You have to move with diligence. You feel me? With the plans that you have, because it will lead you to a place of abundance, right? Of course, me saying I'm saying these plans and all that other stuff. The plans, you got to know the plans that God has for you, so you can move in this positive way, right? But you got to understand and know those plans, and that has to be a dialogue and relationship that you have with Him constantly. Hey God, what we doing today? Hey God, what should I be doing today? Hey God, you feel me? Like, where's my purpose at, Lord? Let me know what it is. The thing is, God probably already told you. You feel me? You just might need Lord, let me know. Tell me a little bit more. Show me which direction to go. This means if you have goals, aspirations, and are willing to work on them with God in patience, you will be led to abundance. Trying to finesse or be quick about it will lead you to ruin or poverty. Stop. Like, I've seen so many people. I love my peeps. You feel me? But I've seen so many people trying to finesse the system and all that other stuff, and usually ends up messing them up. You feel me? Like, especially the ways they be trying to finesse. I'm like, yo,